Hey guys, it's RJ. We're back with another double bottle review. Today we've got Weller Special Reserve. We're running a little bit low on this 750. And then we've got Old Grandad 114. This will probably be the last time this bottle sees this camera. Adam over at Major Zero said he's not able to find Grandad 114. So we are going to be sending this over to him and making sure he gets this as a hand delivery, because I believe everybody should at least have the ability to get this bottle. At 114 proof, this thing's a little hot. It's good. It's a good mixer. Drinking it neat, maybe I'm just weak. 114 proof, 57% alcohol. I think this one drinks a little too warm for my palate on what I prefer to drink as a sipper. That being said, once I warmed up to it, it's definitely more enjoyable. I mean, same thing with Stag. Like, I don't go straight from nothing to Stag. Like, you gotta warm up the palate, kind of get in the mood for the proof point, because when you start drinking higher alcohol content, you can definitely tell. This Weller Special Reserve, it's a weeder. It's 45%, 90 proof. This is, I wouldn't say super heavily available here, but like if you go to the right stores, like they're gonna have this at least twice a week when they get their allocated drops. I had the opportunity to pick up a bottle today, but I passed it up. It was a little 375 bottle, so not quite the little 50s, but it was a 375, and it was not the little back pocket guy. It was a bottle for $15.99, which is a little pricey because these go for like $24.99. I did not pay $24.99 for this guy. I paid a lot more than this. I paid secondary on this guy. And then we got two big handles of the 1.75 liters that we picked up recently of the Weller Special Reserve at $40 a piece. Those are a good price for that bottle. This bottle, depending on what area of the state you're in or country, this bottle for me, I want to say was $22 at Total Wine. It sits on the shelf all day, every day. I've never not seen Old Grandad 114 on the shelf. I also see the Bonded. The Bonded sits on the shelf pretty regularly here too as well. So let's go ahead and shut up and pour up a couple Glens. Weeded bourbons, I like Buffalo Trace because of the sweetness. As far as like Maker's Mark, it's a no for me. I don't like Maker's, but we are trying to find and hunt that elusive cellar age that just dropped, 11, 12 year blend. I am excited to try to get one of those to try. We'll pour up our Old Grandad 114. A little heavier pour on the Old Grandad 114. That's okay. This guy's got a big boy cork. He's got a fat neck and a big cork. A little short stubby bottle, but man, pretty cool. I don't know if they changed what's on these. It says it's lot number 1. I don't know if that's unique by any means. Higher proof point for sure. It's easy to find here. It's a great mixer. Drinking it neat, it's a little warm. We've had some pours today, so we're a little bit warmed up, but I think we're still going to try this Weller Special Reserve to start out. Once we've tried this Weller Special Reserve, we'll transition over to this, and then we'll probably go back and forth. But let's give this old Weller Special Reserve a try. The fruitiness on this one is definitely there. It's got like this sweetness to it. You can definitely tell about the oak barrels, and the wheat flavor is going to come out. Like I've already know, this is called a weeder for a reason. Light, sweet, good flavor profile. It has that flavor from that charred oak. The barrel is aged in. You could drink it neat. I definitely prefer to mix with Weller Special Reserve. As far as other Wellers go, I've had the 107. I'm looking for a full proof and a Weller 12. I probably would not buy any more Special Reserve. At least not for a while. I have two big handles of this that haven't even been opened, and I don't find it that enjoyable to drink as a neat sipper. Over ice, it's fantastic. I drink a lot of mine over ice. You guys can experiment with ice. I have the molds, so I have the little craft ball ice molds. I also use cubed ice from my refrigerator. I've also used crushed ice. It depends on what you're going for. If it's a higher proof point, I typically go with crushed ice to dilute it down. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of buying the higher proof points, because it's like, why buy a high proofer if you're just going to dilute it down? The answer to that is if I put just a little bit of crushed ice in, I can kind of control how far and how fast I drop it down. Same thing if I use craft ice, because maybe this hot whiskey drinks a lot lighter over the big ball craft ice that has slower dilution. I don't have whiskey stones. I've used my buddy's whiskey stones. I just don't think that they get the right chill on it as ice does. Plus the dilution from water kind of gives it a little coat when it goes down, and it's not as much of a burn when you're drinking higher proof points. Yeah, this Old Grandad smells ethanol. Got that charred oak. Man, I'm still sick, so this is a tough one for me. It has this like peanut flavors, like scent on the nose too. Maybe like a vanilla caramel spice, but it's a spice. It's not like a sweet vanilla caramel. So it's a spice. Yeah, touching the tongue, charred oak, peanut. It's good. It's definitely good. If you haven't had Old Grandad 114, definitely worth the pickup. I have not tried the Bonded. The Bonded, I think, is even cheaper than the 114, and I see it just as much as the 114 here as others. I know Adam from Major Zero, he sees the Bonded more than he does this. In fact, I don't think he's ever seen one of these. That's why he always makes the joke in his videos. Oh, I can find Stag, but I can't find Old Grandad 114. If I could find Stag, if I could find it on the shelf, my bank account would probably be empty. I would have all of them. I would buy a case of Stag, but Old Grandad 114, I'd pick up a single bottle and probably leave the rest on the shelf. So that should tell you about cost and price point versus flavor and taste. It's good flavor at 114, but it's not something I desire. This though, mixed, is fantastic. 114 proof is definitely more bold than your 101 proof, like Wild Turkey or your bottled in bonds. So in a cocktail where you need the flavor of the whiskey and the bourbon to come out, this bottle is it. This will get you your flavor. It's smooth enough and sweet enough that it'll bring out that cocktail to how I would like to drink it. Because I believe if you have a cocktail where you can't taste the alcohol, that's not desirable. Some people drink to get drunk. Some people drink to enjoy. I drink to enjoy the flavor and the taste. I don't want to just drink to get drunk. So if I wanted to drink to get drunk, we'll probably drink like margaritas where it just tastes like sugar and lime. Bourbon and whiskey, though, on the other hand, I do enjoy the flavors. Picking out the notes is very difficult for me, especially while I'm sick. But the flavor profile of what I like versus what you might like can vary. That always makes for an interesting conversation. Some people say they will never buy Weller Special Reserve. They think it's awful. Some people will never pass it up. I'm in the middle where it's like, if I have enough of this already, I will pass it up. I'm not going to sit here and just stockpile Weller Special Reserve. I think there's better whiskeys out there for the price point. Old Grandad 114 or Old Grandad Bonded. I will be picking up a Bonded sooner than later. 114 is fantastic, but I want to make sure that as subscribers and other content creators that you guys have the opportunity to drink and try some stuff that I might be able to find here that you can. So if you guys want to reach out to me through my email, it's in my YouTube description, or you see that list, that Excel spreadsheet, it should be available where everyone can view it now. That's a list of bottles that I currently own. I don't update that as much as I should, but it's going to have the price points, alcohol percentage, and proof points that I have, and I'm always willing to offer a pour to anybody. Cheers, guys. If you haven't already liked, comment, subscribe. Showing 97% of you are not subscribed that watch my content. Those that you do subscribe, thank you very much. Wow. What a fantastic bottle at 114. Just got to warm up to it, guys. Tune in next time to see another double bottle review with RJ.